Hello, everyone. We are back live today again with our another episode of University Live Information Session. Today we have our guest from University of Birmingham, Miss Louise Morgan. So just to introduce you about Student Connect, if you haven't heard about us, we are UK-based, London-based education consultancy firm having head office in London and also having branch offices in Bangladesh. We have been specializing in UK university admission for last 10 years. And during this COVID-19 situation, we have been doing live information sessions so that you can have all the necessary information you need for your UK study option. So as part of that, today we have University of Birmingham, and I would like to invite to our program today, Miss Louise Morgan from University of Birmingham. She is the regional manager from the University of Birmingham. And many of you know University of Birmingham is the Russel Group University ranked in world's top 100 university in QS ranking. Hello, Louise, how are you?
Hello there, Zane. Hello there to everybody at Student Connect. So my name is Louise Morgan. Thank you for that brilliant introduction, Zane. My name is Louise Morgan. I'm the regional manager at the University of Birmingham. And thank you for letting me join this live session. They're doing a fantastic job with all the students in Bangladesh, keeping them well informed. You're one of our amazing partners that we have at the University of Birmingham, and it's a pleasure to be here today. I will be presenting shortly, telling you all about the amazing city of Birmingham, the fantastic, sensational campus we have at the University of Birmingham, and showcasing all of the courses that we have available. Also mentioning the scholarships and the entry requirements for students from Bangladesh.
It's a great and fantastic to have you here again. I mean, it's amazing to see you again on Facebook Lives. I know you've been involved with Bangladesh. A lot of students knows you. So a lot of familiar face would be very happy to see you here. So welcome to our Student Connect live show.
Thank you, Zane. Yes, I think as everybody knows, I spent many weeks in Bangladesh in the last 18 months. My last trip was in January. I think I visited Bangladesh about 7 times in 18 months. So it did become my second home and holds a very precious part to me in my heart. I just want to say, I hope everybody is keeping really safe and well during this tough time at the moment that we're all going through in the pandemic. I want to say a big hello to all of your counsellors in the UK, all of the counsellors in Dhaka, all of the counsellors in Sylhet. Thank you for doing such an amazing job helping students throughout this pandemic. And despite the pandemic, you've always done a fantastic job helping students. Students with you always become part of the Student Connect family. And I know that you look after them from when they actually walk into your offices or they contact you right the way through all of their journey through university life. And they become a big part of the Student Connect family. So thank you very much to all of you for the hard work that you're doing. I miss you all. And you know, I visited all of your offices in Dhaka and Sylhet many, many times. So just wanted to say a big thank you from me, and I look forward to seeing you hopefully very, very soon when the travel bans are lifted and I'm able to travel again. So you'll see me in Bangladesh very soon, I hope.
So dear viewers, our today's programs would be, Ms. Louise would be presenting the University of Birmingham. She would be going through the information, entry requirements, scholarships, the tuition fees, all information. And also we will have a Q&A session at the end. So please stay tuned, don't leave early. Make sure you stay the whole program so that you can ask your questions, any questions you have on studying in the UK, on University of Birmingham, and how can you apply, how to get your offer letters. Any questions you have, you can ask, or also you can check if you're eligible or not as well. So first of all, Louise, I would like to update us about on the COVID-19 situation in the UK and how it's evolving around the world. And we just want to see as well how soon we can get the Bangladesh on track. So we can understand this from analyzing the world situation now and also what's happening in the UK.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to start my presentation off in a few seconds now, and I'll go through all of the updates that I have on the COVID-19 situation, especially how we at the University of Birmingham are managing all the information that I'm able to provide you, and also a lot of the incredible things and work that we've been doing, not just to help the UK, but to help globally with COVID-19. We have amazing research facilities, and the enormous amount of work and help that's been put in from the University of Birmingham to help globally is sensational. So I'm going to start my presentation off now. So some updates on the coronavirus COVID-19 updates. So just some information for you about the University of Birmingham. We will be having a September 2020 start intake, and also there will be courses available for January 2021 courses. I know it's very unfortunate that a lot of students haven't been able to sit exams in Bangladesh, especially the HSC exams that I think they're looking to update in August on. So there will be courses available in our foundation, available in 2021 for students, if that is still the case. We have got online provisions that are being developed should the pandemic continue, and fingers crossed it doesn't go on for much longer, but should it continue to affect campus activities, we are monitoring the situation closely and we are following government advice. I think everybody has seen since sort of March, when the UK went into lockdown, things have progressively changed and moved on. Lots of restrictions in the UK have been lifted, certainly over the last couple of weeks, in terms of gatherings, going out, in terms of shops opening, nightlife activities all reopening again in England especially. So there have been a lot of restrictions that have been eased in the UK. That being said, we are making sure that we develop situations for all types of activities on campus. So given the uncertainty that we've had about the evolution of COVID-19 situation, we're already preparing to teach a blended approach, which is both on campus and online, to ensure that your studies are absolutely not delayed any further. We do have a frequently asked questions page on our website that you can see there on my link for future students. It has an enormous amount of questions on there and answers. It's being updated daily. So if you want to have a look at that and view that, you'll see that we're doing as much as we possibly can to help students and give you as much information as we possibly can as well. What the University of Birmingham has been doing towards the fight against COVID-19. So this is what the university has been doing for England, for the UK, for Birmingham, and also globally. We are leading a central hub, Pioneer, that's collecting electronic health data nationally to help to understand the progress of the pandemic. We're leading the national drive to develop and test new ventilators that have been so badly needed to save the worst affected patients. Created the first cancer coronavirus registry. We have been supporting with the NHS and our community with one of the largest medical schools in the country, and our staff and students have been playing an absolutely vital role in supporting the UK government and the NHS. And our staff as well at the University of Birmingham, hundreds of clinical academic staff are prioritising frontline activities over research.
University of Birmingham is the first medical school in the UK?
It absolutely was the first one to have a medical school in the UK. So a lot of our research, obviously the amount of information, the amount of support that we have is really helping the UK as well as globally. We've got clinical academics from our Institute of Mental Health that have been supporting also with mental health services across Birmingham. Supporting the NHS again with our equipment and our infrastructure. One of our laboratories has been converted to produce hand sanitizer for Birmingham City Council. Together, we have donated many, many boxes of PPE equipment for the local NHS trusts. 15 of our PCR machines have been used to help to rapidly increase rates of testing. We've got an Edgbaston, so our campus is based in Edgbaston. I'm sure many of you will recognise that name from the cricket ground, but our campus is based in Edgbaston. We also have the Edgbaston Park Hotel, which has been providing accommodation for NHS staff. And one of our nurseries is supporting key workers, caring for up to 30 children a day so the key workers can fulfil vital roles. We've obviously got so many different safety and security measures on campus. To list just a few, they're all listed on our frequently asked questions page, from arrival information to airport pickups, to social distancing measures, to healthcare that you'll be provided with when you arrive in the UK with the NHS, which is available free to all international students. We actually have our own doctor's surgery and dentist on campus, and there is an A&E, an accident and emergency facility at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, which is right next to our medical school on campus. So it's on the doorstep, right next to our medical school. But I wanted to really share with you, and it's really important that when you're picking a university, absolutely you're picking the right course, you're picking the right standard, you're going to a top quality, world-renowned university, but it's also important that you're going to be happy in the city that you're living in. So So I wanted to share with you a lot of information about the city of Birmingham, and this is where I live. So I'm here at the moment in Birmingham, and it is a lovely blue sky day, but we are the second largest UK city with 1.1 million population. I know that might not sound that big to certainly people in Dhaka, but we have got a lot of greenery as well. We are 90 minutes from London, so very, very, very quick to get to London on the train. We have a very multicultural, diverse population in Birmingham with 30% ethnic minorities. There is a big, big, big Bangladesh community in Birmingham. So you will not be missing out on culture or restaurants or food or cuisine or anything. There is a big Bangladeshi community here in Birmingham. Birmingham is the youngest city in Europe with 40% of its population under 25. However, unfortunately, I don't fall into that category anymore. We have more canals, would you believe it? More canals in Birmingham than Venice in Italy. And Birmingham is one of the UK's greenest cities with over 8,000 acres and 600 parks and open spaces, according to the City Council. Now that's more than Paris. You'll see some beautiful pictures at the bottom of some of our canals I can show you there. And also we are very, very famous for being the home of Cadbury's chocolate. So for those of you that love chocolate, hopefully you'll get the experience to go along to the Cadbury's where you can see them producing the chocolate and have the Cadbury's experience. But the city of Birmingham has a far more than that to offer. It has first-class arts venues. It's one of Europe's largest shopping developments. And I know from personally being in Bangladesh so much that people in Bangladesh absolutely love their shopping. So we are one of Europe's largest shopping developments. We have more than 500 restaurants and very exciting nightlife with a range of live music, theatre, venues, and host to international sporting venues and events as well, which I will show you, which I'm sure some of you will already know about them. We've got many museums, many gardens. We actually have a botanical garden on campus. We have galleries, historical houses, many temples, mosques, synagogues, churches. Like I said, we have a very high percentage of different cultures in Birmingham. This is a beautiful picture of one of the high streets in Birmingham that just shows you some of the shopping areas that we have. There are many of them, but this is one of the main ones on the tram line. I also wanted to show you some quick pictures here where you can see the Birmingham Art. So we've got world famous conductors. So Birmingham is actually very, very famous for metal music. So again, I know very popular with people in Bangladesh. They like their metal music. They certainly like playing guitars. We've got very famous people who've come from Birmingham, some of which you might know: Ozzy Osbourne, UB40, Judas Priest, Black Sabbath, Duran Duran, Led Zeppelin, all from Birmingham. And we also have the Royal Ballet, which is one of only 3 in the UK, as well as the City of Birmingham's Symphony Orchestra. So lots of culture, as well as our sporting, very, very famous football teams. So we have Aston Villa, who are currently playing in the English Premier League. We have West Bromwich Albion, who are in the English Championship, and Birmingham City. So in 2022, Birmingham will be hosting the Commonwealth Games. And hopefully many of our sporting facilities that we have at the University of Birmingham will be used by different countries to prepare for that also. Now, I'm hoping that a lot of you watching will absolutely recognise this after the World Cup cricket last year. So, like I said earlier, our campus is in Edgbaston, and Edgbaston Cricket Stadium is on the edge of our campus. So you'll see it most days when you're walking into campus. It's on the edge. We're very, very lucky to have that. It's a very famous cricket ground. Many games were played there in the Cricket World Cup. And as you can see, I've included some of your really famous Bangladeshi cricket players that I'm sure you all know. So hopefully you'll get the opportunity to go along and watch cricket matches. You'll certainly be walking past it daily. Just want to show you a very nice video that summarises Birmingham. Again, like I said, it's very important. You're going to be living in the city for you to be familiar with the city.
Hello, Louise. The sound is not coming, I think, of the video. Hi, Louise, can you hear me?
Yeah, if the sound isn't coming through, it's a video that you have on your Student Connect page. I just wanted to show you some of it.
Yep.
But this video is on the Student Connect page as well. You might have just seen that we have a geology centre and we have a dinosaur in there. It's actually on TripAdvisor, our geology centre. We've also got robots that make tea. And I just really wanted to show you some of the cutting edge technology, the research that we have at the campus in short, but also the city of Birmingham. So that video is available, like I said, on the Student Connect page. Apologies about the sound. More about the University of Birmingham. So I want to share with you now a lot more information about the University of Birmingham. We are a university of firsts. We were founded in 1900 and we had Royal Charter. We were England's first civic or red brick university where students from all religions and backgrounds were accepted on an equal basis. We are the founding member of the Russel Group Universities, and we have produced 11 Nobel Prize winners. We are consistently ranked globally in the top 100 and UK's top 20 universities. We were the first UK university to incorporate a medical school and the first university to open a faculty of commerce, which is the Birmingham Business School, and it's the oldest in the UK. Globally, like I said, we're a top 100 university. We are 81st globally ranked by the QS rankings, 13 in the UK Times and Sunday Times, 13 in the UK Complete University Guide. We have a teaching excellence framework of gold, which is the highest that you can get. And we are a member of the Russel Group. And I know we keep saying Russel Group. So for those of you who just might want to know what that means. So the Russel Group is the sector leading excellence. So the Russel Group represents 24 leading UK universities, which are committed to maintaining the very best research and outstanding teaching and learning experience and unrivaled links with business and public sector. 24 universities are included in the Russel Group, including Oxford, Cambridge, Imperial, London School of Economics. And how this works in comparison to maybe the US system is it's similar to the US Ivy League. Our campus itself, so I've already said to you that there are 8,000 acres of greenery in Birmingham. 276 acres of greenery are on our campus. We have 276 acres of green campus estate. We are 3 miles from the city centre, and we are the only university in the UK to have our own train station. So you can literally get on it from campus and be in the city centre within 5 minutes. We have 13 libraries, 13 libraries, resource centres, and we have everything on campus. So banks, shops, cafes, bars, hair salons, bookstores, fresh market stores, restaurants, our own medical and our own dental practice. And we've got a new library that opened a few years ago, which is very, very state-of-the-art. We spent a lot of money on that. I'll show you some pictures of later, and our sports centre. This is a magnificent picture, and I love showing this to people, so you can really get a feel of what the campus looks like. You can see the very famous red bricks, and in the middle is our even more famous clock tower, the Old Joe. Our sports facilities, you can see some of the fields there, some of the AstroTurf. I always get asked what that blue is. So some of it is AstroTurf. So there are different types of facilities that you've got available at the University of Birmingham. I like to add in this picture because it just shows you again some more of our pictures. If you go onto our website, there are virtual tours that you can take to show you all around campus as well. The top right is one of our accommodation student villages. As you can see, all the greenery around there, it has its very own lake, so very relaxing or a great place to study. You can see our Aston Webb building in the bottom left and a nice picture of campus with the clock tower in the bottom right. Studying at Birmingham. So we have over 900 different courses to choose from all levels. They're put into colleges, so they're defined into 5 different colleges, which make up schools and different departments. So it covers arts and law, engineering, physical sciences, life and environmental sciences, medical and dental sciences, and social sciences. I won't go through them all because, like I said, there is over sort of 900 different courses you could choose from. We also have a foundation pathway. We have our own Birmingham International Academy, Birmingham owned, and it's on campus for foundation programs. And we have an 83% progression rate, which is exceptionally high. So again, in all those 5 categories, art, social sciences, business and law, social sciences, business and law, engineering, physical sciences, medical, life and geosciences, medical and physiotherapy, of which almost all of them have a January start. So like I said, for those students that are unfortunate, may not be able to sit their HSC exams, that you'll be able to then look to apply for next January. So preparing is key, and starting to prepare for everything now and doing all your research. Entry requirements, so the most important thing. So it's entry requirements for Bangladesh. So those students who are studying HSC certificates, you would need to get 75% average or higher to be entered into the foundation programs at the University of Birmingham. If you're taking an English medium, so if it's an IB or if it's an A-level or if it's an English equivalent, we will be able to have a look if you're eligible for the undergraduate direct entry. But for those taking HSC, it will be a foundation program you'd have to go into first. And undergraduates who apply obviously through UCAS, and you'll have enormous support to get through that with Student Connect. They've helped so many students from Bangladesh study in the UK.
And also, we are a registered UCAS center, so any application we send through UCAS is we track them, and also our counselors are trained on UCAS application as well. So
exceptionally well trained, and you've sent so many students to the UK especially the last few years, that your advisors, and I know that I've met most of your counsellors, they're exceptionally well trained in how to guide students all the way through the process of applying.
And the best thing with us is our quality and everything is maintained from our London office. So our London office being head office, we oversee each and every process so that there is no mistakes. And our services includes not only get you the admission, the offer letter, but also you applying for your visa through our dedicated barrister in-house. We have a barrister, and also once you arrive in the UK, you would get full support in terms of if you need airport pickup, accommodations, or post-study support, whatever mental support or anything you need, especially for those students who are coming for undergraduate course. We understand you just finish your college and then coming to UK, leaving family behind. So Student Connect will work as a family for you. So you can, your parents can be can relax sending you in UK to study.
I know this from personal experience. You set up WhatsApp groups with students. When they arrive in the UK, I know how much you help them. You go above and beyond to help them. They've got their WhatsApp group. They're invited to other students who are already in the UK so that they can meet more friends. But also you visit the campus, you come and meet up with them regularly. So there is so much support. And like I said, it is very much your Student Connect family, which is obviously part of the University of Birmingham family as well. But you do have enormous support to looking after students all the way through their studies. And students obviously that graduate stay and help other students as ambassadors as well. So you do a great job supporting them every step of the way. And I know that you visit them regularly on campus because I've been with you and I've seen it. So you do enormous work with the students.
Thank you. Yes, that's our process, to keep in touch with our students, how they are doing, helping them in their any problem they might have, and also giving them the confidence they need in order to continue their continuous study. Because being in the UK alone, you have a lot of time, you miss back home, you need mental support. So we even go to the length that you can get that mental support. And that, yes, you're right, we do create some WhatsApp groups, some communities basically, so that you can have like-minded students, you can talk with them, each other, and also you can reach us, any of our team members, anytime.
Absolutely. Just to carry on, so for postgraduates, the University of Birmingham will consider students who have completed at least a 3-year bachelor's degree. So for postgraduate, it's at least 3 years plus 1 year master's, or a 4-year undergraduate bachelor's degree. So when we're looking at the transcripts, we're looking, for example, I know North South University do this in Dhaka, and the transcript will show, for example, 4 years worth of credits, but the dates may look like 3 years, but actually it's 4 years. So it's a 4-year course that we're looking for, bachelor's degree. Alternatively, it's 3 years and a master's. And we're looking for students with good grades. Obviously, we're exceptionally high ranked university, and our grades are at a minimum of 65% average on the 4 years bachelor's program. We also, as you can see, well, coming up, I'll show you lots of research that we do at the University of Birmingham. We have our PhD programs. So they're categorized into advertised and non-advertised. So advertised are those that we're looking for students to study in a very specific area for us and to do research. So it's given to them essentially what the research proposal is. There may be funding for that available because it's an advertised post. If students are also interested in doing their own research proposal, that's called a non-advertised PhD. And the way of applying for that is to go onto our website, have a look at the professors. It gives you a drop down, it shows you all the professors. You'll be able to see which specialities they've done, what publications they've had, what their excellence is in, so that you can suggest who you would like to ideally work with, and then submit your research proposal to them, and we will get back to you as to whether or not there will be somebody who will be able to supervise and go ahead with that for you. So there are two types of PhDs, the advertised, something specific that we're looking for in a research area, and the non-advertised, something that you would like to do and you're proposing it to us. So entry requirements for English. So for our foundation, a 1 year CAS, so essentially a 1 year visa, minimum requirement is 5.5 overall in the IELTS, with no less than 5 in each band. If you're going for a 4 year CAS, essentially you're going to your direct entry undergraduate program, it's 5.5 in the IELTS and no less than 5.5 in each of the bands. There are some exceptions for certain programs. So in law, English literature, and physiotherapy, as an example, we'd be looking for a higher IELTS score for the foundation of 6.0 overall. And again, for those looking to progress into medicine and pharmacy, we'd be looking for a 6.0 with no less than a 6 in each of those as well. Quite similar to the undergraduate, but it's slightly higher. So undergraduate, we have different level of courses, and I'll show you how they get categorized in a moment. It's A, B, C, D, depending which one it falls into. And when you go on the website, it's very clearly identified with everything on there, all the entry requirements, English and academic entry requirements. So if it comes into the first band, it's a 6 overall with no less than 5.5, right the way to the bottom of the scale, which is the higher level of IELTS. So those, again, looking at doing law, dentistry, medicine, it's a 7.0 overall with no less than a 7 any band. Postgraduate, again, engineering and science, we're looking for a 6.0, no less than 5.5. If you're looking at the more medicine, dentistry, research, education, law, it's 7.0 with no less than a 6.5 in any band. When you choose the specific course that you're looking for, entry requirements are very easy to find on the website. It's all there available for you. But this is just an overview as to what to actually look for in terms of entry requirements. We are obviously, during the current COVID-19 pandemic at the moment, we've realised that IELTS test centres haven't been open. So we have got flexibility and enormous alternatives that you can go and have a look to do. So there's the IELTS indicator, the TOEFL at home test, the Duolingo, the password that we will accept. So you can take these alternative online English qualifications. So if you have a look on the website, you'll see the list of them available to you, but we are being very, very flexible and obviously trying to help as much as we can, because we know that you can't physically get into the test centres to do them at the moment. So there's online alternatives. Yeah, nicely leading to the research at the University of Birmingham. So like I said, being part of the Russel Group, very well known for the research, and I touched upon it at the beginning with all the things we're doing to help with the pandemic. So we are world leading in our research, and in fact, we are ranked in the top 5 for research in certain areas, especially in chemical engineering, dentistry, history, sport and exercise rehabilitation sciences, philosophy, theology, religion, and there is more. We're ranked in the top 10, but research, we are very, very well known for a significant amount of research that has been conducted at the University of Birmingham. And this is why you will see we have got more than 100 years of research at the University of Birmingham, winning 11 Nobel Prizes. So we've had a Nobel Prize in 2016, 2017, most recently, where we won 3. So you'll see here a picture of some of our Nobel Prize winners. Importantly now, to get on to tuition fees, scholarships, and the accommodation that we offer at the University. The tuition fees, I said that when you're looking at the English requirements and you're looking at requirements, it comes into like A, B, C, D or bands. So depending on what course you're looking to study will reflect the course fees. So for example, band 1 starting undergraduate at 18,120, band 2 starting at 19,320, more laboratory based and with a lot more equipment and high-tech facilities that you'll be using, it's 22,260. For the foundation programs, Birmingham International Academy, it's 18,120, which leads me nicely into the scholarships that are available. So everybody will be aware of scholarships that are available globally. There's the Commonwealth, there's Chevening. We've done something really special at the University of Birmingham. We have a partnership as well with Chevening that we can offer 16 scholarships ourselves from the University of Birmingham. These are awarded on grades and questions that we ask you. There's about 5 questions that we ask you. In order how you answer those and the grades that you've had, that's how we decide how to award these 16 fully funded scholarships for Chevening. We also have undergraduate scholarships, especially for engineering and physical sciences. So again, depending on how your grades are, you could have between £1,500 to £3,000. And it's a continuous award. So you get it for every single year that you're studying in your undergraduate engineering and physical science program. So it's not just your first year, it's every year going forward that you'd have that as well. At the College of Arts and Law, we have masters and doctoral scholarships available. There are many scholarships, so I haven't listed them all, but go onto the scholarships page. It will show you specifically on your course which scholarships are relevant for you. So it's very accessible and very easy to find. For those of you that really are good at your sports and you've got a national, a junior or international standard, we also have the University of Birmingham Sport Scholarships available. And for pathway providers that we've got, so working with other pathway providers that are in the UK, I know they award scholarships of up to £5,000. So we work with Kaplan. They've got a foundation programme in London, if that's where you prefer to start off with. I know lots of students in Select like to choose London, especially. There are up to £5,000 off their foundation pathway for the first year available that they have to apply for. So there is a really big comprehensive list of scholarships on the university website. As soon as you look at your course, you'll have a drop down where you can find scholarships specific for your course. Obviously, having the number of courses that we have, I'm just listing a few of the generic ones that we have at the moment that are available. Accommodation. So you've seen some of the pictures of accommodation. We're very, very lucky that we have over 7,000 rooms available at the University of Birmingham. The university accommodation is an enormous variety of different types of accommodation that you can choose from single rooms to ensuite rooms to more social spaces. You could share a kitchen, single-sex dormitories, shared, entirely up to what you're looking for. There is a help hub in the student services as well, which will help you. There's 24-hour security. There's also private accommodation that we help students to find if they don't want to live on campus. And there, like I said, there's a variety of accommodation available from shared houses, flats, different types of rooms and different types of facilities. So you can find that all on the birmingham.ac.uk/accommodation. Virtual tours of the accommodation you also find on there as well. Just to touch upon cost of living, how Birmingham compares to other cities in the UK. So this is just an average that we've done. Birmingham is almost 40% lower in terms of cost of living than to live in London. It's almost 14% lower than living in Edinburgh in Scotland, almost 5% lower than living in Manchester, and almost 4% lower than living in Nottingham. So again, all depends on the preference of what type of accommodation you want to live in, from catered halls, self-catered halls, and a private house. There's more choice available than this, but these are just the 3 main categories. Just show you how much on average you'd be spending in accommodation, but how much it is in Birmingham compared to other cities as well, which you can see is a lot lower.
In terms of, if you look at the communication with Birmingham, with the whole UK, it's really great because Birmingham is just in the middle of the England. So wherever you want to go is just an hour and a half distance. You can come to London within 1 hour, 20 minutes. Although there are Crossrail work going on now, after the Crossrail work done, it will be like 20 to 30 minutes to Birmingham. And the best part,
I'm sure students have seen the high-speed rail that is being built. So that's obviously something for the future that would make it a lot quicker to get to London. At the moment, you're right, saying it's about an hour and 20 minutes to an hour and a half, depending which train service that you get. It's very, very quick to get into London.
And a lot of my students who are studying in Birmingham, they are actually living with a studio flat or sometimes even one-bedroom flat for £400 or £500. Whereas in the UK, if you want to get a one-bedroom flat, you have to spend at least £1,000, you know. So compared to London, Birmingham prices, you can say half or less than half.
Yeah, it's a good 40% minimum less than to be living in London. So it's a lot more affordable. And considering it's the second biggest city in the UK, you know, that's really, really generous that we've got that great living cost in Birmingham.
And you
also,
know,
sorry.
Yeah, sorry, go on. Yeah.
No, it's because I couldn't see your picture. So yeah, no, carry on saying, sorry.
Yeah, so Birmingham actually one of the like home of a lot of Bangladeshi nationals and also from other nationals, Asian nationals such as India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka. There's a huge Asian community. So once you're in Birmingham, you would not actually miss home. It's a home away from home.
You absolutely won't miss the food because we have some of the best Bengali restaurants in the UK, in Birmingham. We're all very much familiar with the Bengali foods in Birmingham. I know personally, Zain, that there's one that you even visit in Birmingham quite regularly.
Yeah, I always go to this Coventry Road in Birmingham where you have all these Asian restaurants, Bangladeshi, Indian, Pakistani restaurants where you can try different curries, Afghan food as well. Amazing. So in terms of living expenses, your spending the student life and the community-wise, it's one of the best options, I would say, after London. And you're saving a lot of money. If you're staying in London, you would be spending a lot more than what you would spend in Birmingham.
Absolutely, and it's so close to get to London anyway that you can be up and back very, very quickly. That's all available for you as well. And something else exceptional that we do at the University of Birmingham is our student union. It's known as the University of Birmingham Guild of Students, where we have over 250 societies, volunteering groups, associations, and collectively they're all known as the Guild of Students. So absolutely everything that you can find here. If there's something that you wanted to set up yourself as well, something new, you could also do that. But there is something for absolutely everybody. And also our sport. So we're very, very big for our sport. So we're 7th in the UK at the moment in the University Sports League. I know they're pushing to be higher, but they're 7th in the UK against all the university sports leagues. We had a brand new sports centre open in May 2017 that cost £55 million with over 40 different sports, 55 sports clubs, sport from all different levels, beginners to intermediate to high-level competitors. Some university campuses have their sports facilities further out because obviously they're in cities. We don't. We've got it all compact in our campus because we've got 276 acres. So we're able to have everything on campus. And here's some beautiful pictures. So we've got an almost Olympic-sized swimming pool, which looks absolutely fantastic, which is available for students. We've got here lots of different courts that will be available from basketball. I know badminton is very popular in Bangladesh. So there's lots of badminton that happens in here. And they're very much high-tech, state-of-the-art, cutting-edge sports facilities that are available for our students to keep healthy, to keep fit, to be able to look after themselves physically as well. Something I wanted to go into is the career support. This is very, very important to us at the University of Birmingham. So our career support services that we have available will help you, obviously, when you're progressing onto your job life, but also if you want to work while you're in the UK. So a student that comes into the UK on a Tier 4 student visa, during your studies, you can work up to 20 hours per week term time, and then full time in the holiday period. So I've just put on there some of the minimum wage that you'd be expected to be able to earn. That's the absolute minimum for your age range category. And you can work on or off campus. We have got essentially a job centre. It's called WorkLink. They advertise temporary and part-time positions. They help you with off-campus and on-campus work employability services that you'd be looking for jobs. And we have a very, very big careers network support for job hunting, career selections, CV writing, interview practice, work experience, Sometimes you go for an interview and they ask you to go to an assessment centre. So we've got assessment centre preparation and internships. Careers network is, like I said, very, very important to us. So we were 5th in the UK for graduate employment in 2016, but we were world top 100 university for employability and 2nd most targeted by graduate employers. So 2nd most targeted by graduate employers. The graduate market high flies 2020 this year. We've invested more than £5 million to expand our student employment services. And there's also, in addition, for international students, dedicated support team available for international students that you'd have access to when you're at the University of Birmingham. I'm not going to play this in too much. I'm just going to speak over it whilst the video is playing because I think the sound might not come through. But this shows you a very good drone video of the University of Birmingham, and it's absolutely beautiful to be able to show you the campus in this way. You can see the greenery, you can see the Aston Webb building, many historical buildings. Here you'll see lots of different culture. The Geology Centre where we've got our beautiful dinosaur. Some of the greatest minds in history, you know, the very, very famous statues that we've got here. It's very inspirational. The Brahma Music Hall, so our orchestra's playing here, so you're able to go and watch them when they're doing shows. Some of you might have seen that they're actually doing Zoom ones at the moment.
Add the video here.
You can also add the video, yeah, obviously onto your Facebook page. But just to show you some of these beautiful buildings that we have at the University of Birmingham, it really is magnificent. We've got our own Cadbury Research Library. There's 13 libraries. That's our medical school, which was the first in the UK. And you'll see right behind it, there is the QE, Queen Elizabeth Hospital. And it's one of Britain's oldest and largest medical schools. So a wealth of history and such an amount of knowledge that we have in our schools across the whole of the University of Birmingham. That is the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, right on our doorstep, like I said. And here we were the first British university to offer a sports-based degree of study. So like I said, very, very big for our sport and exercise. Our 55 million state-of-the-art sports centre. And hopefully during the Commonwealth Games, we will be having many different countries come and train at the University of Birmingham. And this is our very famous Old Joe Clock Tower. It has been very inspirational for some films like The Lord of the Rings. There are some superstitions with the clock tower. We don't know if they're true or not, but it is said that if you stand under the clock tower when it chimes, you might fail your degree. But I don't think many people test that theory for superstitious reasons. Our university station, so we're the only university in the UK to have our own train station. It really is such a green, beautiful, magnificent campus. And you can see there behind how close we are to the city centre of Birmingham. Winterbourne House and Gardens, they're like botanical gardens that you can go and sit in and relax. And the very famous Edgbaston cricket grounds, which I'm sure you're all aware of. And one of the largest student unions in the country, so again, our Guild of Students. With a very famous fountain there in the middle, our mermaid. And then obviously at the end of the day, it's only a very short walk to your accommodation if you choose on-campus accommodation with that beautiful lake, beautiful greenery. Sometimes there's ducks in there. But it's absolutely such a sensational, beautiful green campus. We're very, very lucky. And through efforts to high achievements, per ardua ad alta, that is our mantra at the University of Birmingham. Thank you for listening. I'm now going to do a live question and answer session with you all. So please send through your questions and I'll happily answer as many as I possibly can.
Please do send your questions, any questions you have in terms of your entry requirement or how to make applications or any other questions you might have. And I understand this during this pandemic time, how to apply is a big question. So you can't visit offices, or it's not safe to travel at the moment with public transport. So in these situations, I would request you to send your documents through WhatsApp. You can just WhatsApp to our counselors. I will share the number here. So for Dhaka, Chittagong, we can use these numbers, and also for the Sylhet as well, we have dedicated team. So you can just take picture of your documents and WhatsApp us, and our dedicated counselor will get back to you, and they will ask you what else they require, and also they would be able to help you in terms of preparing your CV, personal statement. They will be able to give you full guidance as well. And in terms of reference letters, we understand that at the moment it's very hard to get a reference letter. What you can do, you can share the referee name, email, phone number, the position, the referee details, which we can add in the application in order to send the application. And if you want to get in touch with the London office as well, you can always come back to me as well. You can always email me. I'm sharing here my email address and WhatsApp number. I'm always available in WhatsApp. You can reach me anytime. I will always get back to you if I can't answer the phone, but I will always get back to you. And share us, follow us in Facebook, and to get all the latest updates and everything. I just wanted to share one thing in terms of COVID-19 situation now. We understand that in UK from 4th of July, everything is opening up, right, Louise? From 4th of July, everything is opening up, isn't it?
Yeah, like I was saying at the beginning, so from where we were when we went into lockdown on the 23rd of March up until now, the restrictions have really been eased. So from this weekend, there will be a lot of restaurants, nightlife, activities opening up to everybody. So we are obviously coming out of the lockdown phase. We're doing it gently. We're doing it with obviously following all the government advice, but the government has now advised that we'll be opening a lot more. The shops have already reopened, which is fantastic news, because obviously we've got one of Europe's largest shopping centres in Birmingham, but all the shops have reopened. There's a lot more people about, and in terms of it being managed and controlled, I think actually the beginning of this week, we saw the lowest number of cases since lockdown began in terms of fatalities and things. So it's really, really, really reduced. So it has got so much better. We're just waiting now for obviously more guidance on when the VFS centres will start reopening, especially obviously in Bangladesh. But we're looking to when the essential travel bans will be lifted, and to see that kind of release in terms of travel restrictions coming next. But
we can
certainly in the UK for us, we've eased a lot of restrictions.
Yeah, we can see that there are already from China, I think they opened up some visa offices, right? China, Malaysia, and some other countries as well. They have already opened.
By the 6th of July, all of the visa centres in China will be open, all of them. So all but 2 are open now. They are open, but by the 6th of July, all of them will be open back up in China, the VFS offices. So yeah,
from this we can see the trend, how it's going. Like if it's opened in China, then Malaysia. So slowly it would come to Bangladesh as well. But again, it all depends on the government's declaration and how the Bangladesh pandemic going on as well. So I understand that Bangladesh is going at the moment probably the peak of the pandemic. So we are hoping that probably in a month so, just before by end of July or September, VFS might open. Just by analyzing the global situation where the VFS opening, how the pandemic is going on. And so I have just some questions in terms of your scholarships. The Chevening scholarship, the 16 one, is there any restriction from any nationalities, or anyone can apply?
No, anyone can apply from any nationality. In fact, I've just reviewed one from a Bangladesh student, which I'm very proud to have seen so far, so that they're in the process of applying for one of them already. So fingers crossed, we're reviewing that one at the moment. So no, it's for across all nationalities.
So usually what kind of applications get accepted for this scholarship?
It depends those that apply. Obviously, it's looked at the grades, but it's also looked on the answers to the questions that we give. We change the questions slightly every year, but generally the questions are about what you would do as an ambassador for the University of Birmingham. So we're looking for you to really get involved and to be active and to be an ambassador for the University of Birmingham. Also, anything you've won, any awards you've won, any extracurricular activities that you've done, really show us as a person who you are, what it is you want to do. And not just for the scholarships, but I think in general, this is a life-changing opportunity, and it really is. I've met so many students who I've met in Bangladesh, and I've met them back in England, and I've seen how they've progressed so well. And I think it's so important, a job that both myself and Student Connect have, to be able to guide you onto that correct path so that you're going to be going into the career that's going to set you up for life. So it's a really important role that we play to help you, to guide you. We're very passionate about it. There is nothing more rewarding than seeing how well our students are doing. You know, I know Zain knows this. I constantly keep in touch with my students. I know an awful lot of them, especially from Bangladesh, having been there quite a lot last year, and how well they do and how well they settle into UK life is absolutely incredible. The students that I've had from Bangladesh have been exceptional in terms of their personality, how they throw themselves into student life. They've got that support. They mostly meet me in Bangladesh. They'll meet, obviously, Student Connect, they'll meet the counsellors, they'll see me back on campus. They have an enormous support network. Any questions they have or anything they want to do, from joining law societies to getting involved with the community, we answer all these questions. I know Zain and I have constantly had questions like this where we're always helping our students. It's really rewarding for us to be able to help, but it is actually life-changing. So to do your research, to make sure you're on the right career path that you want to go down, we will do everything we can to help you to get there. And that is what we are here for. And I think in terms of when you're looking for scholarships, anything you've done in extracurricular activities, if you're finding it hard to sell yourself, which I know sometimes is quite a hard thing to do when you've got to write down on paper all about yourself. It's sometimes something quite difficult I find to do, selling myself. So there is an amazing team that the Student Connect have in order to write a personal statement. There would be questions. I wouldn't say it's a personal statement, but there would be questions that we'd be asking about how you'd be an advocate, how you would be an ambassador for the University of Birmingham, and experiencing all the experiences that you've had to showcase what you'd be able to do that, and to help other students, international students, come and study in the UK, other students from Bangladesh to come and study in the UK, so that you can help others as well. And you know, it really is our passion, and seeing students all the way through to graduation, keeping in touch with them when they have very, very successful jobs, whether it's government, whether it's in law, whether it's in medicine, just to name a few. You know, that's where we feel extremely proud, and it becomes a big part of our family and our jobs that we've done really, really well helping. So anything you need help on, anything at all, please reach out to Student Connect. Reach out to me. You know, we obviously have this partnership that we will be helping each other, helping all of our students as much as we possibly can. So please, anything that you need, let us know. It is life-changing. And I'm certainly going to be sharing with you very, very soon some students from Bangladesh who are studying at the University of Birmingham. And, you know, I'm going to hopefully invite them along to some of the question and answer sessions that I do as well, so that you can ask them in Bengali their own opinion. I always like to introduce Bangladeshi students on campus to other Bangladeshi students, or to get them to speak to students back in Bangladesh. Sometimes I put them on my phone, back to WhatsApp, so they can have a quick chat. But it's very much a family feel at the University of Birmingham. And it's very much in partnership and in collaboration with the values that Student Connect have of being a big Student Connect family. So it is that tremendous support network that you'll have in terms of helping you on a life-changing experience of getting one of the best degrees, one of the best top 100 ranked universities in the world, where you can see we produce 11 Nobel Prize winners. And that's just Nobel Prize winners. We've got winners, you know, in all different categories as well. So we'll do all that we can to help you. So please just let us know if you have anything that you need. You know, we'll help you all throughout your journey.
We understand this in this situation, you can't sit for IELTS. So University of Birmingham is accepting alternative English test. If you can quickly tell us, what are the alternative English tests are you accepting?
Yeah, of course. So it was in my slides, but we're accepting the IELTS indicator. Mm-hmm. There's the TOEFL at home, there's Duolingo, and there's Password. So there are alternatives depending on which one you prefer to sit that we accept as well. So that's the flexibility we've got with those online English exams that you can sit.
Yep. So if you need any support in terms of how to sit for these exams, our counselors would be able to help you. And also, if you have any problem with booking for the exams, we can help you with the booking as well. And also, if you need any practice sessions for English, our officers would provide you free IELTS classes. And
I'm really pleased you mentioned that, because the English teachers that you have in Dhaka and Sylhet are fantastic. I personally met them, and they do an absolutely great job in helping students with their English. So a big thank you to the team that you've got that do that, and your English teachers, because I know that they're very, very good at what they do.
Thank you. I mean, the way we designed our team, and so that the student gets a full stop services, like if they have some sort of deficiency, they can get from our English classes as well. And also these classes would prepare them for completely in terms of how they would do in the visa interview. So his whole culturing would be there in the classes, and these classes would prepare them as you can say, preparatory classes for to study in the UK and start your journey. So let's see what are the questions we have. We have some questions. Okay. I went to UK 2009 by visit visa, and I want to go for higher study. Yep. So if someone been in the UK in visit visa, they want to come to study again in the UK. So does it help in terms of getting visa? So I think it's always helps with the visa history in the European countries and UK, right?
Obviously, that's something that they look at when they're issuing visas as visa history.
Yeah.
But for us, it's obviously down to your academic ability, your English requirements being met, and us actually accepting you at the University of Birmingham. But when they're looking at your visa, they do, I think, look at your visa history, certainly. But for us at the University of Birmingham, it's not necessarily something that we're looking at. We're looking first your academics and your English requirements.
Yeah. So viewers, put forward your questions. We are coming almost end to our live program. So if you have more questions, please put forward them so that we can answer it for you. And Shumon Javan, oh, thank you very much. He says the Student Canada is very supportive and friendly for Bangladeshi students who are desired for pursuing
Is this a student that I've met in Bangladesh?
Yes, I did met him. That's right.
Hello there. I hope you're staying safe and well.
Yep. Okay. Questions with Diploma Engineering 3.2, now running study student of European University of Bangladesh at BSc Tripoli. Without IELTS. So as we have mentioned, instead of IELTS, you can sit for online English test. So in order to come to UK, since English is not your mother tongue or you have not studied in English, so you would have to prove that you have enough required amount of English to study in the UK. And especially studying at a Russel Group University, you must have the high caliber of English and academic qualification. So you definitely need English. Without English, you cannot apply in the UK. And in order to apply, you can choose one of the alternative English tests, as Louise mentioned, password test, Duolingo, TOEFL Home, and IELTS indicator. And if you need any help with that registration, you can contact us also.
So can I just mention as well,
yeah.
Obviously, there are different accents in the UK. Every city tends to have a different accent. Every country has a different accent. So whether it's Wales, England, Scotland, Ireland, whether it's a London accent, whether it's Birmingham is very well known for their accents, whether it's Liverpool, whether it's Sheffield, lots of different cities in the UK, they all have different tones, native to our kind of accents. So I would really say, watch as many BBC shows that you can, BBC World shows that you can. Don't get too stuck on the American films, obviously for listening, but try and go onto the internet and have a look at some of the different accents that we have in the UK and just practice your listening skills. Obviously, that's something you can do with the internet, that you can tune in and you can have a look at different accents in the UK, and you can really kind of see the enormous amount of different accents that we have in the UK, so that you can practice your listening skills as well. So that you're able to grasp, I guess, which city that we come from. It's always nice when you meet somebody and you just say, oh, I know where you're from, because you've got an accent. So originally I was born in Wales, so you may hear my Welsh accent come through quite a lot sometimes. But also in Birmingham, please do your homework on Birmingham. There is a beautiful Birmingham accent that many of Birmingham people have. So obviously practice listening to different accents as well, and that will help you with your listening exams. But obviously it'll help you a lot more when you're in the UK. So as much as you can do practice for your English exams, whether it be reading, listening to audio tapes, reading and listening to audio tapes at the same time can even help. Tuning into lots of the BBC World News, even if you just practice for sort of 30 minutes, an hour a day, it will all help you in terms of gaining a higher ability in your English and learning English.
Yep, I also want to add a quick note on this in terms of University of Birmingham campuses. University of Birmingham has a Dubai campus as well, and it's the first Russel Group University to have a campus in Dubai. They are offering foundation, bachelor, and master's program there as well. So in terms of, traveling, like it's 4.5, 5 hours from Bangladesh to Dubai. And in this climate, in this situation, like if you want to be closer to home, there is another option that you can study in the University of Birmingham Dubai campuses as well. Louise, if you can quickly explain a bit, what are the courses a student in this situation, can study foundation in Dubai and then come and join main from year one in the UK?
Yeah, so we've got our Dubai campus, thank you, Zain. So we were the first Russel Group University, again, a university of firsts, with a Dubai campus. So we offer courses in engineering, in business, also a plethora of teaching PGC courses for students in Dubai. There are scholarships and discounts of up to about 35% available for our Dubai campus as well, which is enormous. So if you're not looking to go that far, but you still want a UK University of Birmingham degree, the same quality, same level, we have the Dubai option available for you as well. So I think you've got a very good video on your Facebook page.
That's right.
And there's a campus tour of the Dubai campus as well. It is a sensational campus. As you know, with Dubai, they have beautiful beaches. So it very much is close to Bangladesh in being a 4.5 hour journey. I've stopped there many times on the way over from Bangladesh. And so I know it's not that far. So there is the alternative option there, looking at business, engineering, teaching courses, especially available at the campus in Dubai.
Yep, business, engineering, and teaching courses. There are a lot of PGCE courses available. And in terms of business and engineering courses especially, you can do the foundation year. And then you may decide to choose in the UK to continue from year one, or you can continue there and take a 1 year study abroad in UK, right?
So you could opt to have your first year in Dubai, so for example, mechanical engineering, and then join the UK campus in your second and third year. That's an option that would be available to you as well. So it's a nice balance that you'd actually get to study in the UAE and obviously back in the UK. So it adds an additional amount of experience to your CV. It shows employers that you've worked internationally, and it gives you a more varied and kind of you stand out a bit more from the crowd. If you've got the more experience you have, the better anyway, but it makes you stand out from the crowd. I've studied in Dubai, at a world ranked Russel Group University. I've studied in England in a world top 100 university, Russel Group. So you have that enormous amount of experience as well if you choose to do both campuses. So it's on certain courses. So some in engineering especially are available. We will give you the full list, inquire with us, and we can give you more information on that as well. But it is a fantastic campus in Dubai. Looking forward to being able to go back there.
Yeah. So we have more questions. I want to know if University of Birmingham accepting MOI. Medium of instruction English.
No, we don't. So obviously we're very, very flexible at the moment, especially with COVID-19, on what we're expecting, whether it's Duolingo, IELTS indicator, password, TOEFL at home. So no, we won't be accepting any MOIs.
If a student coming from English medium and if they have GCSE English A, are you accepting them without IELTS?
So if it's an English medium school, so GCSE A level, we will accept the English qualification from that.
What is the grade? Is it
so anything C and above?
C and above, so A to C. So this is a great opportunity as well if you're studying in English medium and in your GCSE you have a grade between A to C. You can apply to University of Birmingham without IELTS as well.
Can I just mention, Zain, that good luck to anybody that's watching that is awaiting their International Baccalaureate results. They should be coming through to you on Monday, the 6th of July, so next week. So good luck to all the students that have had having their results next Monday. We also have IB on our website in terms of what we will be accepting. Generically, it's 32 points minimum for our undergraduate courses. And there are some particular courses that we're looking for certain subjects, for example, maths at certain levels. So good luck for Monday. If you haven't already and you'd like us to be linked to the University of Birmingham, please ask your school to put us as one of your institutions so we can actually see your results on Sunday the 5th. If not, please have a look through all of our courses available for students for International Baccalaureate that will be live from Monday when your results come out. Good luck to all of you. I hope you really get the results that you deserve and the results that you want. If you don't, there are also alternatives, again, that you can look at Foundation, and alternatives that we can guide you. We can give you a lot of advice of what to do next. So it's never the end of the road. There are always options, there are always alternatives, and we are here to help you as much as we possibly can. So, and again, the team at Student Connect, I know them very, very well. I visited their offices at least 7 times in Dhaka, 7 times in Sylhet. It really is a beautiful country with beautiful people, Bangladesh, and it holds a very, very special place to me. It became my second home last year. If it wasn't for COVID-19, it probably still would be my second home this year. So really, please do look after yourselves during this really tough time that we're going through at the moment. Nothing lasts forever. Hopefully we'll be through it sooner rather than later, but stay safe, please, and let us help you as much as we possibly can. Big thank you to all of your team, Zain, for the enormous amount of work they're doing. I know they're answering calls 24 hours, 7 days a week. You know, they're very, very busy. Students have got a lot of questions and a lot of uncertainties because of this pandemic. And we're just making sure that we're helping you as much as we can to give you the information that we've got from the UK and from the universities in the UK, the University of Birmingham especially, to make sure that you're making the right choices and to help you and to make you feel more secure. When we get information on the VFS offices reopening, don't worry, we'll be the first ones in touch with you. I'm looking forward to much more in terms of our campus reopening now in September. Our campus actually officially reopened on the 1st of June, but we're having phases of staff members going back onto campuses. We've never closed some of our laboratories because they've been used for COVID-19 anyway, but we will be welcoming students back in September, and I'm very much looking forward to, fingers crossed, good news that there will be a lot of students from Bangladesh able to come across from their visas and their flights. I believe there are still flights from Dhaka that are entering the UK, still anyway, so obviously there are still flights going, but we're just hoping that the restrictions on travel get eased as things get better. But please, 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 stay safe, look after yourselves. It's a beautiful country. I'm very, very fortunate and privileged that I've been to Bangladesh so many times that I've seen the enormous amount of beauty that you have in your country. And that's why I look forward to welcoming a lot of Bangladesh students over, if not in September, then in January, and working really, really hard to help you on your way over to the UK.
Really, thank you, Louise, for joining our event. We are coming to an end of our session. So all those IB students who are waiting for a result, we want to congratulate you on the very beginning at first, and also once you have your result, please do contact us. What we will be doing in a couple of weeks' time, we'll be arranging another session where you'd be able to do one-to-one counseling. So this would not be Facebook Live. It would be more closed Zoom one-to-one session where you can directly speak with you about your qualification and what course you can go for with Miss Louise Morgan. So please do contact our offices in Dhaka, Sylhet, and contact our counselors. I will share the numbers again here so that you can contact them. You can also contact our UK office as well. This apply@studentconnect.org is our UK email address. Then we have Dhaka, Chittagong, and Sylhet email addresses. And also we have our phone numbers here. Please do contact through us with the phone number. And you can also contact me in our UK office. And here is my contact details. You can WhatsApp me as well, always. And thank you very much, Louise, for being with us. It's always lovely to host you in our show. And we are looking forward to do similar programming next couple of weeks with more updates on the current situations, how university is adopting towards these situations, and also do some like assessment session. So one-to-one assessment session with the students. And we will update you with the dates soon. Once, by the meantime, you can contact our offices with your documents and everything so that we can prepare your application.
Fantastic. Thank you for the opportunity, Zain, to be able to speak to students in Bangladesh. It's very difficult for me not being in Bangladesh. I find it very difficult. So as much as I can speak to you and as much as you can see me, we will be having, like Zain said, we'll be having personal counselling sessions with students. We'll be organising a lot of events coming up, lots of question and answer sessions. So I'll be able to answer, and obviously as many questions as you have going forward. So take care, stay safe, please. Hopefully I'll be able to travel out to Bangladesh very, very soon. And a big thank you to all of your staff, especially in Bangladesh, and your team in London. And hopefully I will speak to you all very, very soon. Thank you again, Zain, for the opportunity.
Thank you, Louise. Thank you very much indeed, everyone. Hopefully see you all soon. And we are looking forward to welcome you in the UK for the upcoming September intake. Thank you. Take care, everyone. Bye.